Hello, and thank you so much for allowing me to be your thought leader today. My name is Dineen Merriweather, and I am so happy to be serving you in the capacity of being a thought leader for Prior Learning Solutions. And today I'll be leading a conversation and 5 principles to setting new standards. 5 principles in setting new standards. Go ahead and grab your pen and your paper and jot these down. Look, before we go any further, in order for you to be able to know what type of standards you need to set in your life, you have to know what's acceptable and what is hashtag unacceptable. You might be wondering right now if this conversation is for you. Let me assure you, you are in the right place at the right time. And you may say, why? Why? If anytime in your life you've been a person to actually do things to please other people, right? More concerned about getting approval from your mom, your dad, your sister, or your spouse, then this conversation is for you. Or maybe you just feel stuck. Maybe you just cannot make and have the momentum and traction in your life that you would like to see. Then this conversation is for you. Or maybe you're fortunate enough to have a family, a husband, a few children, and their schedule just keep you slam packed. Like you just don't have enough time to actually develop the business or go for the promotion or learn the new skill, then this conversation is for you. Or maybe you just feel like you just don't know enough. You don't know the right people. You don't know how to get into the right circles. You don't know how to network. You don't have the skills. You don't have the knowledge, and you don't know where to start. If that is the case, then this conversation is for you. Let me tell you just a little bit more about myself. Again, my name is Dineen Merriweather. I am married to a wonderful man by the name of John. I have two labor of loves, DJ and Samira. And listen, like some of you guys out there, I have more reasons than results. Those little women keep me busy, whether it's Girl Scout meetings, selling cookies, gymnastics, guitar lessons. I have a pretty packed schedule, but what I've learned is that I need to schedule time in my schedule to do the things that are important to me and to show them that being a leader, being an expert, being a woman entrepreneur is something that needs time and dedication. And in order for you to be able to achieve that goal, you have to make sure that you make time for it. I am an entrepreneur. I'm originally from Jersey City, New Jersey. I live now in North Carolina, and I attended Morgan State University in Baltimore, Maryland, majored in telecommunications with a concentration in radio production. Now, that's enough about me. You may be wondering why I do what I do. And the reason why I do what I do is because I got early on that my fulfillment is in my service. The more I'm able to go across the world, travel this country, and teach and train individuals on how to take control of their lives, the more fulfilled I am. So let's get to those 5 principles. Principle number one, you need to have some form of a spiritual practice. And I'm not saying religion, but a spiritual practice. Principle number two, honor your word. Principle number three, you get what you give. Principle number four, do what you love. And principle number five, serve others. So let's talk about principle number one. Spiritual practice. Spiritual practice doesn't mean practicing a religion. It's actually something that you do to center yourself, to connect with your inner man, your inner voice, to understand and be led by what you believe your purpose is and how you can actually be fulfilled and passionate about what it is that you do. I'm not sure if you ever heard of the gentleman Robin Sharma, but here's what he said, and I feel he says it best. The most satisfied and enlightened people realize that successful and dynamic living starts from within. Before you can care for others, you must care for yourself. I hope that resonates with you, that you have to center yourself before you can go out and impact other people's lives in any way. Okay, principle number two, honor your word. And simply, that means do what you said you're going to do. I actually learned this lesson and heard another thought leader by the name of Lisa Nichols and Susie Carter say this at one of their trainings. You need to make sure that the tongue in your mouth lines up with the tongue in your shoe. Make sure you honor your word to yourself, and that will even help you trust others. Principle number 3, you get what you give. Now, this is a universal law of reaping and sowing. Whatever it is that you put out in the world, know that it's coming back to you. And it's not coming back to you with just one seed sprouting, it's coming back to you triple, sometimes quadruple fold. So make sure that you're putting out great energy and positive things in the world so those things can come back to you. Principle number 4, do what you love. Life is just too short. Don't waste another day, not another year, not another month, not another week, not another second doing something that doesn't fulfill you. Make sure you actually work towards your dream each and every day. And the most important thing is principle number 5, serving others. It took me having the most successful event in my life. It was back in 2013. We had over 20,000 people in attendance. I used to work in radio and plan major events. And that day I felt so unfulfilled. I was so unhappy. I felt empty. I knew that it was something greater that I should be doing. But when I discovered that teaching was it, I was determined that I was going to do this each and every day of my life. And that's exactly what I do. So hopefully these principles will stick with you. Hopefully you wrote them down. Hopefully it's been beneficial. Principle number 1, a spiritual practice. Principle number 2, honor your word. Principle number 3, you get what you give. Principle number 4, do what you love. And principle number 5, serve others. I hope that this has been beneficial. If you are looking for additional trainings, go over to www.prior.com. We have over 15,000 training options to satisfy your learning needs anytime, anywhere, in any format. Again, my name is Dineen Merriweather, and I look forward to serving you soon. See you at the next training. Have a good one. Bye-bye.